Okay, YouTube.com, it's your boy. We back with Chance the Rapper and Vic Mensa, back to the go from the beautiful 𝘘𝘅𝘁𝗍𝗓 album. Okay, 𝘘𝘅𝘁𝗍𝗓 did not get nominated for Album of the Year, Rap Album of the Year for the Grammys. I think the cutoff, it didn't make the cutoff, but hey, please, 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 for your sake and Chance's, keep streaming 𝘘𝘅𝘁𝗍𝗓, man. Great album, great project. Shout out Chance. You know we big supporters of Chance the Rapper over here. And it is gracious to see his journey, man, because it's transparent. He puts everything on the line. He puts his knowledge, puts his insight, his intellect, and his tribulations. That's the beauty of art, man. That's the beauty of being an artist, putting that shit on Front Street so people can do what they can, do what they will with what you gave them, or with what's out there, rather. So, big shout out to Chance, Vic. Let's check out the music video. Let's go. So in 6 years I spent making this album, I made many friends and shared many words. I've traveled the world, and every step brought me closer to home. Thank you to Ghana, Kingston, Jamaica, Switzerland, France, Italy, hey, New Orleans in the building. Big shout out to New Orleans. Houston, Texas, Joshua Tree, California, Georgia. Shout out ATL. Washington, North Carolina, and of course, Chicago, Illinois. Traveling does something to the brain, y'all. I'm telling you. What's good, old dog? Wait, stop. But 6 years. Don't just run over that shit. Like, bruh, 6 years. But people want shit to happen in 1 year, in 8 months, in 3 months. People crazy, man.
Another version of me. I made a mistake, I lost a home. Not like a mortgage, but more like a foster. Supposed to be 2 parents, but now I'm across the globe and screaming across the phone. The dog that just lost his bone. I'm back at the bachelor pad, chicken scratch on the pad.
And he's talking about, obviously, his tribulations with his family. He wanted it to work out so bad, and it just didn't. The chips did not fall where he wanted them to, and they had to go separate ways. And who else talked about this? Wanting a happy home, wanting a 2-parent household, and just for a breakup to happen, just for what he didn't want to happening. Not J. Cole. Chance the Rapper. It'll come to me. But, the thing that he didn't want happened. And so now he's like, or he went through that phase of scratching and finding pieces to shit that was there, but now it's not. So now he has to literally reform his identity and reform his... Yeah. It does that.
Dog just lost his bone. I'm back at the bachelor pad, chicken scratch on the pad. I got a fix for an itch and I be scratching it bad. In the kitchen flipping the script like a spatula ad. Was packing my bags. Once I unpack, I'm back in my bag. Square one, ground zero, homeless hometown hero. I was transient, only in a family sense. And in the past tense, maybe I was absent. I stopped doing acid, but I've been keeping tabs since the Monday acid. They love my accent. No, I'm not the man, then baby, I wasn't. Now I'm in a rap. Used to be called a Saxon. Not because they tax it, baby, it was an accident. I follow my face sometimes. I look at myself. I cry sometimes. I need a little space myself. I look at myself. I'm right sometimes.
And it's so interesting to me. Like, that's the shit that I could just never understand. Or understand, rather. I can understand and overstand it, but understanding it, it'll never be for me. these people are fucking people. Like, it is, honestly, as a human race, not so much now because we're understanding how humane some of these celebrities and famous people are, but it's embarrassing for us to even be told from famous people, from celebrities, from people who have a lump sum of wealth and riches and clout and attention and shit. It's embarrassing for us to be told, hey, I'm a person too. I have feelings. I want my space. I get mad. I get angry. I don't want to be talked to. I want to be left alone. Like, oh my goodness. No fucking brainer, right? That should be embarrassing. You should be embarrassed hearing that shit. You know? But it's, I guess, from a listener, a supporter, a viewer to the person that you're watching, it bridges the gap. It makes it more of a connection, if you will. But this is really a thing. Like, people, just like you, have feelings and bleed the same blood and all, you know. It's crazy.
I just need to lay low. Anyone ask if you see me, say no. Been around the board, now I'm back to the go. I made pain from out the pain. Some people get they stains out in the rain.
Teddy.
Some people pull they fame from out the flames. Me, I'm like Lorraine. I came from out the frame. My memory's photographic. My slow dances was magic. My romances was tragic. A real life feel like a still life. Back on the canvas just to see what it feel like. Pull counter stiff right, nigga. No time to dodge. Took some time pumping iron in my mom's garage. Then I'm back to the future. This a time machine. Back on my feet, this a timer. Surprise, it's the boy from the premature bear. Fresh off the boat with a story and a stereo. Bound to see tears if you ball enough. They say the heart
𝘃𝘅𝘁𝗍𝗪 𝗪𝗪
if you tall enough. Follow my face sometimes. I look at myself, I cry sometimes. I fall. I need a little space myself. I look at myself.
This song is a personal affirmation to us, to the world. And don't feel bad about it when you do. Just so happened Chance the Rapper, with millions of followers and supporters and eyes on him, did it in front of everybody. You know, he fell on his face and was crawling on his knees in front of everybody. Everybody to talk about it, but everybody to dissect, everybody to be opinionated about. But for us, it's okay to fall. You need to fall to learn how to stand. You need to learn how to stand for something by falling.
I was headstrong till I woke up, all the man's gone. And was grown, acting childish, chasing the red bone. Shit, I thought there wasn't no biggie when dead wrong. Now you picking up the crumbs, all of the bread gone. At home with the lords and folks etched in stone. Gang banging, chief touchdown, Pat Mahomes. Trapping Travis 𝗘𝘅𝘁, playing with heavy metal like a Black Sabbath LP. Ain't no taxes on the wealthy. I've been eating vegetables more, broccoli, celery. Therapy since my relationship is not as healthy. Then we moved out that little apartment. I'm on Bel Air, but we staying in my parents' crib like Will and Carlton. Arguing about some old shit. Sick of it, I put you in Chanel. You be tripping off ridiculousness.
Chanel West Coast, yeah. And even when, as a man, you think that you're doing most of the right things, giving her what she wants, giving your relationship the nutrients that she wants it to have, but not you, right? It depreciates you over time. It rips away your essence. It rips away your spirit. It rips away your integrity, because that is not what's making you happy. And you can only, for so long, do what somebody else wants for happiness. You can only do that shit for so long until And that's when those, you know, those crash outs and those abrupt panic attacks and strokes happen. Because just because you can't carry all that weight don't mean you need to. Real shit.
To the West Coast, ain't about the money, yo, cause even Jeff Bezos' wife flood up and left, yo.
This is about to sound so weird, but Chance the Rapper run like a Chicago nigga. He run like a Chicago nigga.
Yo, cause even Jeff Bezos' wife flood up and left, yo. I can't flex, so I'm a level with you like that, but Jeff Bezos' wife flood up and left.
Yeah, and Vic run like he actually has some, he either did track and field or he has some lessons on, you know, how to, you know, postures of running and shit.
To the West Coast, about the money, yo, cause even Jeff Bezos' wife flood up and left, yo. I can't flex, though I'm a level with you like Dex, yo. My communication abysmal, like Pepto. Blame it on the internet techno, like the 𝗘𝘅𝘁𝗿. Stole your heart, klepto. Welcome to Death Row, hands up. My face sometimes, I look at myself, I cry sometimes.
I would love to see that in person. I would love.
I look at myself, hands up. Tell mama I'm back in my room. I'll be packing up soon. I just need to lay low. Anyone asks if you see me, say no. Been around the board, now I'm back to the go. I follow my face sometimes.
And look, sometimes y'all, that's needed. Give a fuck what age you are. If you 30, if you got a place you can go back to, your mama house, the basement, an apartment, your old apartment or some shit like that. If you got 2 cribs, you know, you well off and shit, whatever the case. You know, you go back to your other crib. You know what I'm saying? You lay low there. You kind of get back to your you get back to your daily habits that made you a stronger man. You see what I'm saying? If you got to go back, give a fuck what age you are. Don't be ashamed of that shit. Hold on to that. Embrace that shit. Lean on to that because you got it. You can. People be so hurt and hyper intense about going backwards, quote unquote, right? They think all of this shit they think shit like that, going back to your mama house or, you know, getting evicted, losing your car, you can't pay this, can't pay credit card, car insurance, whatever the case. They think that shit means failure. No. It should mean rearrange your alignment. Repurpose your alignment because your alignment has been off. This is your responsibility. These are your responsibilities. If you got 2, that's your responsibility. Do the best you can. Be ahead of that. You know? But yeah, people having this hyper intensity to going backwards and failing and viewing all this shit as a failure and, you know, feeling like they're a loser or a bad person even. They feel bad for having to go back. No. You need that shit to realign you. You know what I'm saying?
Look at myself.
So that's awesome, man.
I need a little space myself. I think of myself. Tell mama I'll be packing up soon. I just need to.
Was that wifey? Right here? Is this wifey? Or ex-wifey?
Tell mama I'll be packing up soon. I just need to lay low. Anyone ask if you see me, say no. Been around the board, now I'm back to the go.
There we go.
Chicago. Make some noise for my brother, man.
Chicago, make some noise for
And how long they been brothers, boy? For 20 fucking years, seem like? God.
my brother Chance the Rapper.
2 decades of brotherhood, man.
Let's have a showdown, Chicago. Let's get it.
That's what's up, man. Shout out Vic. Shout out Chance. Shout out Starline. Keep streaming it on all platforms.